Jaron Boots Ennis stops David Avanesyan to defend his IBF Welterweight world title. Here are pros' reactions.
I got a broken rib too.
Yeah. Oh, you trying to get Boots?
I see you cool over there.
Hey, Bo, just a quick reaction. Son, what did you think about your son's knockout?
Oh no, I told what you call him, when you gonna pass 4 or 5. I told Eddie Hearns that.
You said you did call it. You said 4
you
rounds.
that.
Yes, you
I told
did.
you that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Do you think this makes a statement, being that your son got him out of there in 5 rounds? Common opponent with Bud, took Bud 6.
I mean, it's a statement. Yeah, it's a statement, but it doesn't make no difference what round they get him out, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I don't, because Terrence got him out in 6.
Yeah, Bud,
like that.
Bud got him out of 6.
That don't mean nothing, though. You know what I mean? You know, that was a different time.
Yeah, all right, no doubt.
You know what I mean?
So we got Stan Jonas, we got Barrios, we got Norman.
We have to all of them.
All of
the
them.
ones that got the title.
No preference?
No. After that, we going on up.
Reaction real quick, Dula. What you think about that knockout?
Spar match, easy way.
You know, he got him out of there in 5 rounds. It took Bud 6 rounds.
I don't want it.
Do you think he's trying to make a statement, Dula?
I don't want it. Probably. I mean, he was in there having fun. He was in there having fun. You know, once he started putting his shots together, once the timing came a little together, it was a little easy.
There you go. Yo, good luck at the.
What's your reaction to Boots been winning?
Catch your fucking body.
That's it. You already know. What should he do next? Should he, you don't think he should unify at 147 first?
Mario Barrows.
Stanny Otis. So you like?
He got no belt, do we?
Yes, Stanny Otis.
He do.
So you like to see him in Pacquiao as well? If Pacquiao comes back? Okay.
Well, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Boots is the best welterweight in the world. I mean, tell me a better welterweight than Boots Ennis. Impossible. There isn't one. So he's the best welterweight in the world. I mean, we just finished a FaceTime with His Excellency, who asked me, will we make the Crawford fight? And the answer, Boots said to him, send a contract. So Terence Crawford, if he gets past Madrimov on August 3rd, will have the chance to see if Boots is a world-class fighter. And I think if Canelo Alvarez doesn't fight Terence Crawford, which I don't think he will, I believe you're going to see Boots Ennis against Crawford if he beats Madrimov in 2025.
You already know, we expected what happened. We thought he was knocking him the fuck out, but I guess they knew it was here to come, so they just called the fight off.
Absolutely, he did it in the same round as Terence Crawford. So what do you think about his chances of going up against Terence Crawford? Should he stay at 147 and unify against Stanny Otis?
I mean, you heard what he said. He want to unify, he want to collect the belts here. He's still comfortable at this weight class. Why keep going up chasing other motherfuckers that's leaving the weight class? Respect to Terence Crawford, though. I'm not talking bad about him. I'm just saying, why go up and chasing people when he still can make this weight and still unify this weight class and become the champ and the king at this weight class? So that's how he feel as well.
Avanesyan is a common opponent. He got him out of there in 5 rounds, but got him out of there in 6. Do you think he made a statement in doing that?
Yeah, I don't really. I think the rounds, I think it's just the way that he did it. I mean, bear in mind, he'd been out for a year, and he kind of, with all due respect to Avanesyan, he really played with him. I mean, almost, he didn't let himself get hit, but he had no regard for what was coming back. He was trying to have fun in there. He was trying to get him out of there. He was trying to be aggressive. And also, he'd been out of the ring for a year. I think he felt that his performance was quite average, Boots. And I said, well, if that was an average performance, I mean, you've just destroyed David Avanesyan. It was so one-sided. I know Avanesyan was trying, and he landed a few bits and pieces. But if you're breezing through guys like that, I just the problem is away from Stanny Otis, away from Barrios. I want to see him tested, because when you got someone, it's a bit like Shakur fighting these guys. It's a little bit of a waste of time. Who wants to see 120, 108 3 times, or a one-sided beatdown? So one's okay, and getting active's okay, but you've got to create the great fight so they can define their legacy, these great fighters. I don't really know what the question is, but...
Question is, what is your response for Terence Crawford and him chiming in on saying that Boots, or alluding to the fact that Boots may not be a world-class fighter?
Well, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Boots is the best welterweight in the world. I mean, tell me a better welterweight than Boots Ennis. Impossible. There isn't one. So he's the best welterweight in the world. I mean, we just finished a FaceTime with His Excellency, who asked me, will we make the Crawford fight? And the answer, Boots said to him, send the contract. So Terence Crawford, if he gets past Managerial, on August 3rd, will have the chance to see if Boots is a world-class fighter. And I think if Canelo Alvarez doesn't fight Terence Crawford, which I don't think he will, I believe you're going to see Boots Ennis against Crawford if he beats Managerial in 2025. But
Boots a hell of a fighter.
And what you think of the promotion and the crowd and the energy here?
I love the energy at Matchroom. I love the energy.
What's the latest on the deal with Eddie Hearn? What's the latest?
You said what?
What's the latest on the deal with Posse?
We gonna talk, but like I said, I love the energy at Matchroom.
Hey, Crawford versus Boots, who wins given tonight's performance?
I'm not answering that question. I love my big brother Bud. I think he's a hell of a fighter. I think Boots is the future of boxing, and two hell of a fighters.
You see him being undisputed at 147?
Huh?
You think he'll be undisputed
Undisputed,
at 147?
yeah. Ain't nobody at 47 can beat him.
I hate to be this guy, but it's viral on Twitter. Terence Crawford put out a tweet. He said, world-class fighter. He was questioning your status as a world-class fighter. I just wanted to get your reaction to that, both Bozy and Boots.
What you mean? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he just put out a tweet, said, world-class fighter, the double standards are crazy. And he had it Eddie Hearn.
World-class Hans, what does he mean?
Yeah, he said world-class fighter. I guess he's trying to say if you a world-class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract.
All you have to do is fighting to find out if you're a world-class
I'm saying, I get it. It's just viral, so it's something I can't, people know that.
If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He already said he wanted to move up and come as be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So.
But he said that fight take at 47.
Yeah, he definitely did say that too.
The fight will always be remembered as a pivotal moment in Ennis's career because he disclosed that his bout with Crawford was staged. Meanwhile, Jaron's promoter Eddie Hearn is eager to make this mega fight as soon as possible. He's planning on making Ennis the undisputed champion at the 147 division and then make him move to 154 in order to face Crawford.
We've got to get him in the fights, we've got to get him undisputed at 47. He can move up. I want to see him fight Terence Crawford. You know, I mean, that's a fight that's been talked about, and Terence will only take that fight if he's big enough. I'll back Jaron Boots Ennis against anybody. And what a joy to be guiding this man's career.
Eddie also said that Turki Alalshik is the only person that could make this fight possible, who has also shown interest in this fight. Eddie stated, the only person that can deliver that fight is His Excellency, Turki Alalshik. Crawford is going to want a huge amount of money for that fight because of the risk. I'll make sure Boots gets the right price as well. When I took Jaron to meet His Excellency in New York, he made it very clear that it was a fight that he was very interested in. But when Crawford was asked about a potential fight between him and Ennis, Crawford said, it's not a mega fight that he's looking for right now. Crawford stated, like I said, Jaron is in one place. I'm in another. I'm looking for mega fights right now and right now. That's not a mega fight. I'm looking to fight guys like Canelo. That's pretty much it. And a rematch with Spence. Crawford seems confident about his brilliance in the ring. He thinks that he's in his prime and he can fight whoever he wants. Crawford said that a fight with Ennis would be of no benefit for him, as people will still criticize him even if he wins.
What about Boots? Boots is the mandatory. He's calling you out now.
Right now in my career, a lot of people like boost this, boost that, boost this. You know, fighting Boots is a lose-lose situation. I win, they're gonna say, oh, well, he was young, he wasn't ready. You got the experience over him. You got so much more than this kid that never been tested before, you know, because we always seen him win a fashionable way, you know, to where we say, oh man, he's cold, he's skillful, but he's never been in the ring with nobody to test him. Me fighting Boots, not a mega fight. I'm looking for a big challenge. Not taking anything away from Boots, but where I am at in my career right now, all my eyes off to get to where I am. Not deserving to do whatever the fuck I want.
Going into the history of this matchup, Crawford became the undisputed champion at the 147 division last year when he defeated Errol Spence Jr. In the aftermath of the Crawford-Spence fight, the IBF ordered Crawford to defend against Jaron Ennis, despite Crawford having an immediate rematch clause in his contract with Spence. Not submitting to the IBF mandatory mandatory demands, Ennis was named champion as the IBF doesn't accept rematch clauses as an exemption from mandatory obligations, giving them the right to strip Crawford of his title for technically refusing to take on Ennis. The rematch between Crawford and Spence hasn't seen the light of day, as Crawford recently moved up to the 154 division, where he will be facing Israel Madrimov for the world title. If the fight does take place between Boots Ennis and Terence "Bud" Crawford, Ennis is eager to prove his skills and show the boxing world what he can do. During a recent interview, he said, "Whatever Crawford thinks he can do, I can do better. I want to show the world and prove that I show my skills and my ability," he told Rivera when asked about the possibility of fighting Crawford. "I feel like I haven't really gone into my bag yet. I feel like they haven't seen the best of me." Roy Jones Jr. shared his thoughts of wanting to check Ennis's chin before getting into a mega fight with Crawford. He stated, "We haven't seen Boots Ennis against a guy who's tested his chin. That's the only thing we don't know about him yet. We don't know if he can take a real punch yet." However, Jones seems confident about Ennis's skills and said that he has almost everything to make it happen. He said that Ennis would be a difficult fight for Crawford because he has everything. As far as the skills go, he got everything. When a guy is as talented and has the skill level that Boots has, anything can happen. Jaron Boots Ennis will defend the IBF Welterweight title against David Avanesyan on Saturday, July 13th, with Avanesyan stepping in on short notice to replace original opponent Cody Crowley. Crowley was recently pulled from the bout after failing an eye exam. Timothy Bradley, ESPN analyst, said, "I think Ennis wins this fight. His speed and power are just too much for Avanesyan, but it won't be easy. Avanesyan will test him like never before." Ennis, who has a record of 31 wins with 28 knockouts, is widely regarded as a rising talent in the boxing world. This upcoming match marks the 26-year-old's debut with Matchroom after switching over from the Premier Boxing Champions camp. His journey to claiming the IBF title this year assists in him being promoted to full champion status following Terence "Bud" Crawford's decision to pursue a weight class change instead of facing him in the ring.
Yeah, it was a shame. You never want a withdrawal, but we're very fortunate that Avanesyan was ready, training, and Cody's a good fighter. Avanesyan is, I think it's a tougher fight. Obviously, he has greater credentials than Cody Crawley, but Crawley was undefeated. But the thing is with Avanesyan, he's very strong, very game. You saw when he fought Crawford, he doesn't take any backward steps, and it's a real fight. We've got a huge crowd in Philadelphia, and I was very pleased with the replacement.
Lou DiBella, senior boxing promoter, stated, "Ennis is the future of the welterweight division. This fight against Avanesyan is exactly what he needs to showcase his talent on a bigger stage. Avanesyan's no easy opponent, and a win here would be a statement. If Ennis wins the match, he will have endless opportunities in this boxing field. This is the most important match for his whole career." Furthermore, Avanesyan, a 35-year fighter with a record of 30 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw, is well known in the boxing division.
He got a better resume than Cody Crowley. He fought some top guys, and beat some top guys. So that's all I can say, really. Now, what you ask?
No, I'm saying, what does he possess that can make this difficult?
What he possess?
Yeah.
Oh, he like to put pressure on you. He like to put pressure on you, but I don't think whatever he do is not going to be too difficult for us because we adjusted every different style. Doesn't make no difference. And remember this, we fight inside too, though. So he coming at us. A lot of times we ain't got to go to him. We don't have to box and move.
David from Russia, but now residing in the United Kingdom. He has faced defeats against Lamont Peterson, Egidijus, Mean Machine Kavaliauskas, and the skilled Crawford throughout his career. Additionally, he had a run at the level from 2019 to 2022, leading to his opportunity to challenge Crawford in late 2022. According to Carl Greaves, David Avanesyan's trainer, David is in great shape and ready for this fight. We've studied Ennis and have a game plan to neutralize his strengths. David's experience and toughness will be key factors. Carl has faith and confidence in David. He is also well experienced to come into the ring with Jaron Ennis.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to look at the tapes because, like I told you, just like I told you about when he fought what's his name?
Kareem Chikazin?
Yeah, when he fought him, I said, yo, now he was beating everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? Walking him down. And I told you, he ain't gonna fight Boots.
And still, I watched him fight the other day. He's still walking.
What are you doing? Yeah, but what did he do with Boots? He used the whole ring, which was smart. You know what I mean? You know, and Boots thought he was gonna fight. You know what I mean? Boots started walking down. Boots tried to cut the ring off, but Boots started walking down, making him fight. He wouldn't fight. I guess Boots is getting a little frustrated, but he won every round.
Crawford did about as expected, stopping Avanesyan in the 6th round. Avanesyan most recently fought in December, a nothing tune-up fight on a small show in Birmingham, England, where he fought as a middleweight. Mentioning David Avanesyan's last fight, he said, "Crawford is a good fighter. I knew nothing before. When I went to start the fight for the European title, I said to my coach, listen, he has gloves. Boxing should be clean. I want to do cleaning sports. This is a bad thing." Moreover, Avanesyan isn't all that credible a threat to Ennis on paper, but he's a credible fighter, and options at welterweight are limited these days, even without trying to find someone on about 5 weeks' notice. The rest of the card looks the same now as it did when the undercard was announced just over a week ago, according to Eddie Hearns.
For possibly replacing Cody Crawford.
Anybody in that top 15. So Shakaram Giasov, who else was in there? The Japanese fighter, Gabriel Valenzuela. But I felt that Avanesyan would be the toughest test, and he would come to fight.
Eddie has expressed his appreciation for Avanesyan stepping in to face Ennis after Cody Crowley had to pull out due to an eye injury. He also thanked Avanesyan for stepping up to the challenge, recognizing the risk and commitment involved in taking on an undefeated fighter like Ennis. A new opponent will be taking on the IBF Welterweight champion. IBF Welterweight champion Jaron Ennis makes a title defense against David Avanesyan this Saturday. He had originally been due to take on Cody Crowley, but the Canadian was forced to withdraw from the fight because of an eye injury. Paulie Malignaggi, senior analyst, said, "Ennis is one of the most exciting prospects in boxing right now. His skill set is incredible, but Avanesyan is a tough nut to crack. This fight is going to be a real measuring stick for Ennis." For Avanesyan, this is his second attempt at a world title after being beaten by Terence Crawford when the pair faced off for the WBO Welterweight title in 2022. Andre Ward, former champion and boxing analyst, said, "Ennis is a special talent. He's got all the tools to become a world champion. This fight is a step towards proving he belongs among the elite in the welterweight division." According to Neil Marsh, professional boxing manager,
he'd walked away from the WBC position against Sissoko. So I kept an eye on it. Let Matchroom know that we're fully visaed for the US. David's ready to go, fully medical. It's a straightforward replacement. David's well known in the UK. I met Matchroom prior to the Liverpool event because he was up north. And then Crowley signed the deal, so we thought we'd lost it. But David's an absolute model pro, trains hard, keeps his weight down, and you know, luckily for us, we got the opportunity. I'd heard he pulled out, so I dropped a little message, as you say. "Hey boys, we're ready. Let's have it."
So, it is sure that Neil Marsh is supporting David Avanesyan. As explained by Neil, this is a significant fight for David, and he is more than ready to seize this opportunity. He says, "We respect Ennis's talent, but David is determined to prove his worth and reclaim a world title. Furthermore, you need to know ahead of Ennis versus Avanesyan, Jaron Boots. Ennis boasts a record of 31 victories and no losses or draws. He remains undefeated in all 31 matches with a knockout rate of 90%, having stopped 28 opponents. Throughout his career, he has competed in a total of 101 rounds, averaging 3.3 rounds per fight. However, renowned boxing writer Dan Raphael describes the Ennis versus Avanesyan bout as a must-see for boxing enthusiasts. Ennis aims to solidify his position as a rising star. Avanesyan, a professional, is expected to put up a tough challenge. Furthermore, according to stats, in the past 2 years, 6 months and 19 days, Jaron Ennis has only participated in his 5 fights. Jaron Boots Ennis's last fight took place against Roman Villa on July 8, 2023 in Atlantic City, United States. He won by knockout in the 10th round. That fight was 1 year ago. However, Kevin Iole said, this fight could be a breakthrough moment for Ennis. When he overcomes Avanesyan's pressure and comes out a winner, it will serve as proof that he belongs to the top welterweight division. Jaron Ennis's last 5 battles have taken him 2 years, which are roughly every second month for half a year and 10 days on average. In these boxing fights, there has been a total of 22 rounds of boxing, which means that they have lasted an average of 4.4 rounds. Performing well in every round will decide who will be the winner of this biggest clash.
Listen, I think only this I need boot Jaron, I need boot him. I no go here only work, understand? I go here for really fight. Yes, a little bit small time, the small camp is. This is boxing, mate. My manager Neil Marsh called me, say it's possible this fight. I no think longer. I say it's okay. Why not? Better for check, try. And you not check, understand?
As of now, Jaron Ennis is holding the IBF World Welterweight strap after being bumped up from an interim title belt on November 10th, 2023. He has proven himself to be a great fighter. However, this fight will prove who is more capable to get the title. This is his first defense, having held it since November 10th, 2023 through March 9th, 2024, 242 days. The first mandatory challenger for his IBF belt could be Jaron Boots. Moreover, Jaron Boots Ennis will be fighting with David Avanesyan come Saturday, July 13th, 2024. The fight is expected to take place at Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, United States.
Listen, I think only one for fight starting when gong start fight is, I think only when this we need win fight. I give everything, I'll do my best. This is need for me, for my team, my family, it's my career time. It's now me 35, nearly 36 is good time.
Ennis remains undefeated as a professional, stopping 4 of his last 5 opponents. In his last fight, he beat Roman Villa on July 8th, 2023 by knockout in the 10th round at Boardwalk Hall, Atlantic City, United States. This clash will prove who has more capacity to win and who is more intelligent in the boxing world. Al Bernstein, the Showtime boxing commentator, stated on this, Avanesyan brings relentless pressure and a wealth of experience to the ring. Ennis will need to use his speed and precision to keep him at bay. It's a fascinating clash of styles. The fight is a clash of styles and experience. Ennis, known for his speed and power, but on the other hand, Avanesyan's experience and tenacity make him a toughest opponent who cannot be underestimated. So, according to David, his opponent Jaron Ennis is not that much toughest fighter to come number 1. Mentioning about the toughest opponent, David Avanesyan said,
Not top 1. I have many top fighter fight, man. Now top 1 is, he is good boxer, he is many. Listen, I have many good fighters. I have many strong opponents. I know can now tell Jaron Boots Ennis number 1.
David is quite confident and has strong belief in himself to win this upcoming battle on July 13th. Jaron Ennis had previously defeated Jaron Boots on the 7th of January 2023 by unanimous decision in their IBF Interim World Welterweight Championship fight at Capital One Arena, Washington.
For me, listen, this is a big chance, it's big. A big opportunity for me. Stay again. World title is why. Listen, why I'm here? Why my manager called me before 1 month, 4 weeks, 5 weeks before this fight? Say world title, Jaron Ennis. I say, listen, why no? It's possible. I won't take back world title. This is my history. Understand?
Going for that match, he won against Custio Clayton on May 14th, 2022, by knockout in the 2nd round of their IBF World Welterweight Championship fight at Dignity Health Sports Park, California. Eddie Hearn, a famous boxing promoter, said, Jaron Ennis is one of the brightest prospects in boxing today. He's got the skills, the charisma, and the knockout power. Avanesyan, however, is no stranger to tough fights and will bring a level of intensity that Ennis hasn't faced yet. This fight will be a true litmus test for Boots. Before then, Thomas Delorme was defeated by him on October 30th, 2021 by TKO in the 1st round at Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, Nevada. On April 10th this year, he beat Sergey Lipinets via a 6th round knockout at Mohegan Sun Casino, Connecticut. According to Chris Mannix, the Sports Illustrated, Avanesyan is the kind of opponent who can make any fight ugly and difficult. Ennis will need to show poise and adaptability. A win here would significantly boost his stock. Jaron Ennis, a Philadelphia native, has rapidly moved up the welterweight ranks. He has gained recognition for his multiple styles of play, quickness, and power in scoring knockouts, among others. Moreover, Ennis is a very very technically good fighter with fluidity and style. This means that he can move easily between orthodox and southpaw stances, thus confusing his opponents. He has been involved in various fights with a ratio of knockouts high enough showing his ability to stop them at once. In his mid-20s, Ennis is at the peak of fitness, indicating great speed, agility, and stamina. Moreover, according to Jaron Ennis's trainer, Derek Bosey's perspective, Boots has been training harder than ever for this fight. David Avanesyan, from Russia but fights out of the UK, is an experienced fighter who knows how to stand his ground. Toughness and relentless pressure are some of the characteristics possessed by legend David as a boxer in this field. Avanesyan presents a formidable challenge for anybody because of his strong track record and experience against top-tier competition. Avanesyan has fought high-caliber opponents, which has honed his skills and ring IQ. While talking about David's pressure fighting, he excels at applying pressure, wearing down opponents with his relentless style. Known for his toughness, Avanesyan can absorb punishment and keep coming forward. Carl Froch, the former champion and boxing analyst, stated, "Avanesyan is a warrior. He's been in there with some of the best and always brings the fight. This is a real test for Ennis, and we'll see if he can handle the pressure." With his speed, Ennis can capitalize on Avanesyan's aggression by landing precise counterpunches. However, he needs to control the range, using his jab to keep Avanesyan at bay and set up power shots. Avanesyan will aim to close the distance and throw punches in bunches, attempting to overwhelm Ennis. Sean Porter, a former welterweight champion, stated, "Ennis has the talent, no doubt, but facing a guy like Avanesyan is a whole different level. He's tough, he's durable, and he'll keep coming. This fight will test Ennis's heart and strategy. Targeting Ennis's body early could slow him down and reduce his mobility in the later rounds. Avanesyan's ability to absorb punches and maintain a high work rate will be crucial in wearing down Ennis. Boxing community and fans are excited for the thriller upcoming clash. The boxing community is highly anticipating this matchup. Ennis is seen as a future star, while Avanesyan is respected for his experience and toughness. Fans are eager to see if Ennis can live up to the hype against a seasoned contender. According to the fans, Ennis has all the talent in the world, but Avanesyan is no pushover. This fight is going to be lit. Teddy Atlas, the most senior boxing trainer and commentator, said, "This fight is a crossroads bout. Ennis is looking to establish himself as a top contender, while Avanesyan wants to prove he's still a force in the division. It's going to be fireworks." On Twitter, "Can't wait for Ennis versus Avanesyan" is trending. This is going to be a real test for Boots. Timothy Bradley, an ESPN analyst, stated, "I think Ennis wins this fight. His speed and power are just too much for Avanesyan, but it won't be easy. Avanesyan will test him like never before." However, another analyst from Sergio Moradazan stated, "This fight is going to show us what Ennis is made of. If he can stand against Avanesyan's pressure and emerge successfully, then he will confirm that he is up for the best level of the welterweight division." Jaron Ennis has fought his last 5 fights over a period of 2 years, 6 months and 19 days, which means he has been fighting almost every 6 months and 5 days per fight on average. These fights have covered a total of 22 rounds, hence lasting an average of 4.4 rounds.
I ain't gonna underestimate dude, but I got Boots watching. A unanimous decision, like, 1 through 12, or you gotta be the stoppage.
Going for that match, he won against Custio Clayton on May 14th, 2022, by knockout in the second round of their IBF World Welterweight Championship fight at Dignity Health Sports Park, California. Eddie Hearn, a famous boxing promoter, said, "Jaron Ennis is one of the brightest prospects in boxing today. He's got the skills, the charisma," currently holding the IBF World Welterweight belt, which was elevated from a secondary belt on November 10th, 2023. He has been in possession of this belt for 242 days. Therefore, David Avanesyan is next slated to square off with Jaron Boots Ennis come Saturday, July 13th, 2024. The bout will take place at Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, United States. Frank Warren, another boxing promoter, said, "David Avanesyan is a tough, seasoned fighter who's seen it all. He's coming in with the mindset to spoil the party for Ennis. This is a fight that will test Ennis's mettle." However, Errol Spence Jr., American professional boxer and former unified champion in the welterweight division, said, "I've watched Ennis closely, and he's got the skills to go all the way. But Avanesyan is a grinder. This fight will show us if Ennis is ready for the top dogs." On the other hand, Virgil Hunter, American professional boxing trainer, mentions David and said, "Avanesyan's experience will be a significant factor. He's been in tough fights and knows how to handle pressure. Ennis has the tools, but he needs to be smart and stay composed." Both fighters are well-trained and experienced. Bernard Hopkins, American former Hall of Fame boxer and analyst, said, "This is a classic young lion versus seasoned veteran matchup. Ennis has all the talent in the world, but Avanesyan's experience and grit can't be underestimated. It's a true test for both." On Twitter, fans are saying, Ennis versus Avanesyan is the fight to watch this weekend. Ennis has been unstoppable, but Avanesyan is a real test. Can't wait to see how it plays out. Boxing. According to one fan, this is a huge step up for Ennis. If he can get past Avanesyan, he's ready for the big names. But Avanesyan's no joke. He's going to bring it all. No doubt the clash between Ennis and Avanesyan is going to be a fire. Ennis has the skills. The Jaron Ennis versus David Avanesyan fight is a significant moment in the welterweight division. It represents a classic matchup of youthful talent versus seasoned experience. With both fighters bringing unique strengths and fighting styles, the bout promises to be a thrilling contest that could significantly impact their careers and the landscape of the division. The boxing world will be watching closely to see if Ennis can confirm his status as a future star or if Avanesyan can pull off an upset and reclaim his place among the elite.